Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, what we're going to talk about tonight is the way that we are going to hit back against all of these merchant credit card codes that are coming out from companies like Visa, Amex, all the big ones. How are we actually going to take action against this blatant infringement and de facto financial registry? Well, the opinion piece that I'm going to cover tonight and is linked in the description box is written by Judge Andrew Napoliano. This is something that really goes into why we should use cash for our firearm purchases and ammunition going forward in order to hit these people right where they care, in their wallet. Like I said, everything's going to be linked in the description box below. I'm going to say a quick word from our sponsor, Acre Gold, who made this video possible, and then we're going to dive into this because he's got some interesting points, and he doesn't hold any punches back, and I cannot wait to hear what you guys think. Now, today's sponsor is Acre Gold. In today's economic environment, inflation is actively diminishing the value of our dollar and of our savings. One way to fight inflation is investing in gold, and Acre Gold has a program to make gold affordable in order to preserve your savings against future inflation. Check out the link in the description box below, and thank you so much to Acre Gold for making the videos this week possible. But, my brothers and sisters, we have got to dive into this because he actually has some very valid points. Enough setup, let's get into this. Why you should use cash to buy guns. The government wants credit card companies to keep records of gun sales. Now, we all know Backdoor. This is obviously data collection that the companies don't care about. So who does care about it? De facto registry. But, check this out. Opinion, Andrew Napoliano. Under pressure from the governors of New York and California and their enormous state pension funds, again, this is where the money tie-in comes in, Visa, MasterCard, and Amex have agreed to keep a list of commercial transactions made through their credit card systems at gun shops. Now, we've covered the details, but the way that he's saying fight back here, I think has some merit. Check this out. These credit card middlemen make more money the more purchasers spend. But this pivot to social activism, though lawful, is dangerous to freedom and manifest an antipathy to constitutional norms by the corporations whose services many of us employ without a second thought. Of course, the government involvement is unconstitutional, which absolutely on point, but how do we affect this in the short term? That's what we're getting into. And this part is just so slimy. The pension funds managed by state government officials with known animosities to lawful gun ownership are large shareholders in credit card companies. Wow, look at that, the strings that tie all the finances together. Their public pressure on the credit card companies to do anything to chill lawful gun ownership constitutes the use of government financial power to erode Second Amendment rights, which the Supreme Court has upheld 3 times since 2008. Now, he's talking about the Supreme Court cases. This is well founded in defense of the Second Amendment, but they're going around through the private sector, and this is where it really gets my goat, to be honest, but let's continue. The government officials who have pushed the credit card companies to do this apparently do not take seriously their oaths to uphold the Constitution. Or perhaps they deceptively take the oath of office to a Constitution as they wish it to be, and not as the court has interpreted it. Now that's an incredibly important part. I'm taking an oath to a Constitution as I see it, what it could become, not as it is. And that's incredibly important to understand. These people are fighting for their ideals. They're not fighting for the Constitution as it sits and what they've sworn to uphold. They are fighting for what they want it to become, not what it is. That's a very good point. Just 3 months ago in the Bruin case, the court ruled that the Second Amendment's protections are not second class. Rather, they are coextensive with the protections of the First Amendment. That amendment, of course, recognizes the natural rights to think as you wish, to say what you think, to publish what you say, to associate or not associate with whomever you please, and to worship how you wish or not. These rights, along with the rights to self-defense, property ownership, and the right to be left alone, are the fundamental natural rights utilized by all rational persons in the pursuit of happiness. Oh, that is so good. And this is how we fight back. We start using cash for things. We stop using the cards that they give us in order to make money on all of our purchases. Sorry, it's not going to work out anymore. You take these kind of actions, we take these kind of actions. It is a tit for tat, and it is our turn for a tat, people. I got one more thing that he says, and this is a really good wrap-up. Where does all of this leave us? It leaves us with a certain knowledge that many of our elected officials, folks that we have hired to protect our rights, do not take their oath of office seriously. It leaves us with a national gun registry nowhere authorized by the Constitution. And it leaves us with the knowledge that the feds have yet another avenue on which to violate our privacy by creepily looking at our credit card bills. Many states already unconstitutionally keep track of gun ownership. Thanks to the credit card companies, the feds can now do so as well. And yet goes back to his original point. This was an extremely well-worded article. But the main thing here is don't give them the power that they are seeking through your normal use of their products. We have cash as an alternative. There's lots of different alternatives as of right now. I know some of you are like screaming they're getting rid of cash. That's fine. We'll handle that when it happens. But as of right now, you can hit the companies who are infringing upon your rights, who are creating a de facto financial registry by not using their products and being diligent about it. And that is what I've got for you guys. Napolitano has a point. I cannot wait to hear what you guys think in the comments below, and I will see you tomorrow morning on the episode of the Bullet Points. I'm Braden. See you later.